Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Wednesday, January 25th, 2012. There was U.S. military action last night in the Horn of Africa as Navy SEAL teams rescued two civilians, an American civilian and a Danish civilian. They killed 9 pirates who had been holding them hostage. Those big floods in Thailand continue to roil through the international reinsurance industry. Everest Re, which is based in Bermuda, just before Christmas had raised its estimate of its flood loss up to $125 million. The other day they raised it up to $145 million. They now expect to take a fourth quarter catastrophe loss hit of about $250 million. Partner Re, which had raised its estimate up to $120 million of loss from the Thai floods earlier this week, now faces a prospect of a downgrade of its ratings after they were placed under review by AM Best. Partner Re has an A+ financial strength rating though, so that won't hurt them too terribly much. American crop insurers paid out a record $9.1 billion in losses in 2011. The previous record was $8.7 billion in 2008. Crop insurance is subsidized by the American government. It's expected to be a big point in the pending overhaul of the U.S. farm law. The cost of the program has doubled in the past 10 years. The Council of Insurance Agents and Brokers indicate that U.S. commercial P&C rates have been up now 2.8% in the fourth quarter. This is after picking up very strongly in the third quarter. Just this morning, Travelers Insurance Company said that they're seeing price increases of 6% on its business insurance renewals during the fourth quarter. In China, in Sichuan, in Sirte County yesterday, a massive protest of Tibetans in the town square of the county center was put down by indiscriminate fire from Chinese security forces, killing at least 5 of them. Following the incident, the town was teeming with Chinese security forces. It was reported to be under martial law. Tokyo reported its first trade deficit in more than 30 years today, explaining the downturn as the result of last year's earthquake and tsunami, as well as a weak global demand for Chinese exports. A $32 billion deficit for 2011 reflected almost a 3% decline in the value of Japanese exports. The big trade figures underscore a broader problem in Japan. That's a rapidly aging population, compounded with the increased reliance on oil imports as they've cut back on nuclear power. Off the west coast of Italy, there's now for the first time a thin film of oil that's begun to ooze from that partially capsized Costa Concordia cruise ship. It's being contained now by booms, but this is the first sign of a pending environmental problem. You've probably been reading about a big solar storm that's being emitted from the sun. It's begun to cause some issues on Earth. Delta Airlines and American Airlines have rerouted several planes going from Detroit to Asia by flying them at lower latitudes, more southerly latitudes, because the storm is interrupting communications. George Soros, the 81-year-old financier, is going to make a speech later today in Davos in which he says that he sees a total collapse of the global financial system. He said that violence on the streets is inevitable unless the problems of unemployment and debt are addressed. He warned that this could lead to the erosion of civil liberties, and installation of a police state. Asked about the likelihood of riots in the U.S., he said, yes, it will be an excuse for cracking down and using strong-arm tactics to maintain law and order. Wow, that's not good news. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.